Hey YouTube, Malloy DIY back for another video. I'm going to go ahead and apologize now for not filming the process of exactly how I got here, but at least I can walk you through it in case you want to replicate this system. Let me start by giving you some background. Our house has the world's smallest two-car garage. A standard garage is 20 feet wide by 20 feet deep. Ours measures a mere 18.5 feet by 18.5 feet. You wouldn't think that extra 18 inches matter, but ask any woman and they'll tell you it makes a big difference. Our garage is so small that if you park two mid-sized sedans side by side, there's no room for standard shelving on the sides or front of the garage. Passengers actually have to exit the vehicle before pulling into the garage. It's small, guys. You can park a full-size SUV in the garage, but it only has a few inches to spare in the front and back. Something like a Tacoma pickup or a Suburban just wouldn't fit, it's too long. Getting to the point, we have this lift on the left side of the garage. It's been a lifesaver. It came with the house, and we keep the lawnmower, some storage shelves, a pressure washer, and a few other things on it. We can park the car right under it when it's in the upright position, pull the car out, lower the lift, use it, and put it back up when we're done. On the right side of the garage, the house came with a 4x8 foot platform that we affectionately called the Loft. It was about 5 feet off the ground, so when you stood on it, someone who's about 6 feet tall like me could just barely walk on it. It didn't have stairs, so whenever you want to get something off it, you had to get a ladder. Let me take a minute to talk about the construction of this loft, which unfortunately I have no pictures of. I think it was built by a couple of people with about 3 brain cells between them and a framing nail gun. The joists were running the wrong way, it was barely secured to the wall, and the brackets they used were more decorative than structural. When we demoed out one of the corners, there were about 12 nails going into drywall, and there wasn't a stud anywhere nearby. The whole thing would flex whenever somebody walked on it, and it's a miracle it didn't fall down on somebody or on the car. That leads us to where we are now. I wanted something that would hold the vast majority of the things that we already stored on the loft. Most of the stuff would fit in boxes, and when I saw these instant crates at Costco, a light bulb went off. I could almost put everything in standardized crates and use this French Cleat system to store them. It would allow the crates to be moved up and down and left right anywhere on the wall, and the crate holders themselves could be moved around also. I did some careful measuring of the crates and designed a holder using plywood back and bottom and some diagonal 1x6 supports to keep everything square. All the pieces are pocket hole screwed together. I didn't use any glue as they're plenty strong without. I can also go back later if I think something needs to be secured up a little more. The horizontal wall cleats are just 2x6 stock, cut down at 45 degrees right down the middle on the table saw. The trickiest part of the whole project was figuring out the spacing for these cleats. I started by figuring out the lowest spot I wanted the bottom of the crate holder to be, so that we could pull the car right underneath when we were done. Then I measured to the ceiling and divided that distance by the total height of the crate holder. It happened to work out. I could fit 5 full rows of crate holders that would just allow enough room to lift off the crate holder or the crate without hitting the bottom of the one above it. The half rows were achieved by putting another horizontal row of cleats exactly halfway between the full rows. This has the added benefit of supporting the back of the crates so that they don't tilt down on the wall when they're hung. I'm working on filling up the storage still, putting the less frequently used items like Christmas decorations on the top rows. You can see I made a custom rack for my small shop back on the far left. Let me know in the comments if you would change anything or if you've done something like this in your storage area. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and if you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button. Take care, YouTube.